So, ladies and gentlemen, I have Emmanuel Mbansi, who's the marketing officer and leadership coach, and Muyeba.
Yes, sir.
Muyeba Abukari from the leadership department of Alpha Beta School. Something exciting is happening next Saturday, as I mentioned earlier. You're going to tell us about that. And in case, you're also looking at having your child, your ward, enroll into Alpha Beta School, please listen to this interview. We're also live on Facebook as well. So welcome, lady and gentlemen, to YFM.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Yes. So, it's excitement and all sorts of fun to actually have people from my school to talk about my school, the school that made me,
Yeah.
the school that, contributed in my formative years to who I am today. And, I'm really, really grateful. Because as I was saying, back in class 5, class 6, when we started reading, this teacher that I mentioned, Mr. Mevo, just, he spoke to me and was like, I should really, really pursue the reading. I should read a lot. I should be passionate about reading because I have a peculiar voice and, I might be somewhere like on TV and stuff like that. And voila, we're here.
Here you are.
So most of my classmates weren't surprised when I started radio. They were like, oh yeah, I didn't fall far from the, So it's amazing. So tell us, before we go to other things, let's really talk about the 35th anniversary. So it's 35 years?
Yes.
Yes, it's been 35 years of raising global leaders. It's 35 years of impact, 35 years of persevering towards excellence, and ultimately 35 years where Mr. and Mrs. Ejipon have led us into the future that is brighter and beautiful. And in fact, the next 65 years will even be greater.
Definitely. So for those who don't know, let's share like a little bit of history and the formation of Alpha Beta.
Well, Alpha Beta started in 1988, where Reverend Sammy and Mrs. Florence Ejipon have just, they made up their mind to move from UK down to Ghana to start a school, right? As Mrs. Ejipon will always tell you, she says she came with a basket full of faith.
Wow.
She probably doesn't have all the resources, but she made it down to Ghana, trusted God, and all of a sudden, here we are. And trusted the journey and constantly persevering towards excellence from one phase to another and to another, decade 1, decade 2, decade 3, and to the glory of God. We are almost closing decade 3.
Yes.
So to the glory of God, yes.
Awesome. Yes, praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
So yes, we're live on Facebook at Y179 FM. So you can join in the conversation. If you're, an alumnus of Alpha Beta, you have a relative, anything, the phone lines will be open, 020-222-2073. Just call us. Share your thoughts and share your moments in Alpha Beta with us. So I'm going to start with mine. I remember some of the teachers that taught me. I remember Mr. Asmeni. Yeah, I've forgotten the English or the first name. But yes, Mr. Asmeni was really, really one of the tough men. Who again? Mr. Adama. Most of them left just after we also left. I know Mr. Hagen is still there, and Mr. Megbo, I mentioned his name. Mr. Jemefe, You know,
they've all left.
Yeah, he was my math teacher in Jesus 2. Mr. Brown was my math teacher.
We still have Mr. Brown.
Mr. Brown is still there. Yeah. Kester. So what is happening for this celebration as you're commemorating 35 years?
Well, it's not just like any normal anniversary, you know.
Yeah.
Because this one, we are officially, you know, celebrating the lifelong legacies of Reverend Sammy and Mrs. Florence Ejipon.
Yeah.
So we officially retired them.
Okay.
And also there's going to be the beautiful transition, the leadership transition where Reverend Sammy and Mrs. Florence Ejipon will hand over the leadership baton to Dr. Naomi Ejipon, who is going to, you know, lead us into a bigger, better, greater future.
Awesome, awesome. So for somebody who hasn't heard about Alpha Beta for, I don't know, whatever reason, tell us about Alpha Beta. What is special about Alpha Beta? Because I've given them a clue of its location. You know, it's more like the hub of education in Accra, just like Cape Coast is for secondary schools. So if somebody hasn't heard about Alpha Beta, what is Alpha Beta? It's a school, of course, but what is so special about Alpha Beta?
Well, I always love to talk about this wherever I find myself. But let me even use it as an example. Alpha Beta is that school that raises leaders, and not just leaders, global leaders who are making the change happen, who are impacting societies. So at Alpha Beta, we prepare our students for life. So our vision is to raise leaders of tomorrow who shall solve problems and provide solutions to our national, continental, developmental challenges. So we've been doing this for over 35 years now, and we continue to do it, and we will do our best to bring out the best in the world.
And
definitely.
Shall I add? It's one of the best Christian schools. I mean, if you're looking for a place to train your kids and the Christian values, Alpha Beta is definitely the place to be. I mean, they instill core principle of Christianity into any child. That's one of the things about it that stands out for me, aside the whole teaching experience as well.
Definitely.
And even to add to that, you know, Alpha Beta have a flagship program called the Dinkrahini Leadership Program.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, that makes us very exceptional in the market. So the leadership program prepares our students with life skills, soft skills. Our students go out there in the world being well prepared to compete globally. And providing relevant solutions to global problems. So, and you are a testimony.
Go me. Yes, definitely. So please, if you're considering a school to send your ward to, your best bet is Alpha Beta. Sahara Dansuman. I remember there was this plantain seller behind the Anglican church?
Yeah,
you know, that was the go-to. And then there was a yam seller across the street. And there was this provision shop at the junction.
Still there.
Still there. Charlie. Being with us. And I remember when, I think it's Christmas or just about the Christmas festivities, we go to the Anglican church and do night lessons and carols and all those amazing things. Such a great feeling. So it's happening next weekend. The 35th, the climax.
It's happening
on 35th.
So it's a 2-day event.
Okay.
The Saturday is the anniversary celebration. It starts from 4 p.m. all through to the evening. And then the second one is the Thanksgiving celebration on Sunday, and it starts from 10 a.m. to probably 1 in the afternoon.
Okay, definitely. So are there any contacts that you can share in case anybody wants to be a part of it, anybody wants to support?
Yes, sure. So I have a number that I can mention now. You can call 026-441-7040. 026-441-7040.
And on social media you are?
You can follow us at alphabeta_GH. Alphabeta_GH. That's on Instagram. Same with Twitter, Alphabeta_GH. And then on Facebook and LinkedIn, you can follow us at Alpha Beta Education Centers.
Definitely. Now, Now, what are some of the special courses or programs that you run? I mean, of course, from JSS or from nursery to JSS is the regular Guinean system.
Yeah.
But I know there are other things that's all.
He mentioned earlier.
Right. So Alpha Beta, well, over the last 2 years, we have transitioned to a fully fledged international school.
Right.
So right from our preschool, we've introduced the piercing Edison program that we ran from the preschool all the way to primary. So from our secondary, that's Form 1 all the way to Form 7 or 7th form, 6th form, I'm sorry. We ran the British curriculum. So we write the IGCSE exam and the A-level exams.
Okay. So I remember we used to run this I don't know, I've forgotten, extracurricular activity.
Right.
So I think it was on Tuesday. So usually school breaks around 2 p.m. and then you break into your school groups or something like that. Is that still happening?
Yes. We have quite a handful of exciting extracurricular activities for students, right from bead making to volleyball to swimming, and you go on and on. Yes. That's another exciting part of being in the school.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And then the groups, Macaw, Kingfisher, or it has changed.
You got it. It's still there.
That was
Sparrow.
Yeah. This is great. So see, there are schools and there are schools, all right? If you want to raise leaders who think differently, who think out of the box, who are risk takers, who are not afraid to break the status quo, to bring change making. We don't believe in anomalies. We believe in doing things different. Alpha Beta is the place. So final words from you on the exciting thing happening next weekend, and any words to parents and students out there as well.
Particularly, thank you so much for this opportunity. I just want to, you are an alumni, and we're always proud. We are very proud of you, and we should feature you in our alumni spotlight.
Hey, go me!
You are doing great. You're doing really great.
Thank you.
But on behalf of the school and my boss, Dr. Naomi Ejepon, shout out to you wherever you are.
Yes.
So I just want to thank you all. Thank you also for listening. But most importantly, the program is happening next week, Saturday and Sunday, 4 p.m. to 4 p.m. to late in the evening, and then on Sunday from 10 a.m. to later in the afternoon. But the program we'll be sharing some clip on social media. It won't be live streamed, but we'll be sharing clips on social media, so you can stay tuned. But if you are around, why not visit us, come in and have fun. It's going to be exciting. Alumni, students, parents, well-wishers, friends, come in and join us. It's going to be fun.
Definitely. Your location again?
Alpha Beta is located at Sahara Dansuman, Sahara number 3 High Street, Sahara, opposite the Total Filling Station in Dansuman.
Thank you so much. Any final words you want to add?
I mean, like he mentioned, it's the place to be for. I mean, we are coming to witness 35 years of legacy impact, right?
Yeah.
So, like, Emmanuel has this quotation that he says. I want you to say it.
Yeah. So, it's the popular saying that if you want to, make an impact for a year, plant rice.
Yeah.
If you want to make an impact for 10 years, plant a tree. But if you want to make an impact, that has a far-reaching consequences.
Yes.
You got to educate the next generation of students or children.
Yes.
And for us in Alpha Beta, we've done almost a quarter of it.
35 years.
35 years.
So the
and
next
we've got
65
years.
absolutely.
Believe me, it's going to be super,
Bigger, better.
mega, and powerful at Alpha Beta.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
And with the leadership of Dr. Naomi Ejepon.
Yes.
It's going to be phenomenal. Thank you so much. And we look forward to coming through next weekend as well. So be there. I mean, this is open to everybody, all right? You don't necessarily have to be an old student or whatever. Just come to experience of a beat and spread the word.
We are raising higher flag of victory.
So I'm gonna try and bring this song back, and then I'll sing it and see if I still remember all the words. We sang this every morning at assembly. Hey, Yankwe. We are raising up your blessed name. We are raising high your flag of victory for the world to see your labor. Alpha Beta,
Alpha Beta, we all hail you as a beacon,
as our present guide our lives and hope for the years to come. Hey, come on. We are marching on to victory, to victory, to the crown our lives are. We persevere to excellence, we persevere to excellence, for God is on us.
This is Japan is listening to this.
We are marching on to victory, to victory, to the crown our lives are. We persevere to excellence, we persevere to excellence, for God is on our side. Woo, woo!
Well done.
That's
You still remember the lyrics?
Absolutely.
So I was looking for the clap. It's late, but
let's give an in-studio clap.